Good evening, hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is Alex, and this is a episode of Office Hours where I make myself available for anyone who has just about any question to ask, and I'll see if I can do my best to answer. If you're not sure how words are spoken, or if you want me to talk about cricket or rugby or something like that, or even how our political system works, I'm not going to go into the parties as to which one's better and that sort of thing, but if you've got a question or you think I can help, then leave a note in the chat, or if you're watching this after the stream is completed, then leave a comment. I'll see what I can do to get back to you. This episode, I'll be going into GCompris open, which is well, it looks like the generic build, but I've been coding recently and added a new module into it. So I took a bit of inspiration from the enumeration memory game where and this is not a vanilla one. I've made a custom build up, and that is, I've changed the data set. Sorry, this should be the vanilla code now, but not the, there we go. So what it'll do, show you in the beginning, is you'll show you a card with a number and a card with the items pictured onto it, and we've got to match it up. So at the moment for this level, we've only got 1 and 2. So if I click 2 and that, we've got 2 butterflies on there, and there'll be 1 butterfly here and the number 1 as well. So I've got to match those up before we can proceed to the next level. Now it gets slightly harder. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. So somewhere in here is the card with digit 1 and just 1 butterfly. And later on we get to the point where we've got 0 butterflies as well. So I took a bit of inspiration from this. I've taken the code and modified it a little bit to something I think that will help some people as well. If it'll give you repeated exposure to some things. So let's get into it. It's over in the letter section, specifically the words, and I called it picture memory game. So word picture memory game. And going into it, it starts, you're thrown right in the deep end. So even though there's many different levels, I copied all those from enumeration. So the bottom, don't worry about everything but the bottom. Sorry, don't worry about everything but the top 2. And as a prototype, I just worked with transport. So we've got a picture here, and we've got some words as well. So that's a truck. I didn't know that card was there, by the way. They're all shuffled around. We've got a car as well, and helicopter. So words there. So even though that is a train, there's a train and a tram, which is a slight difference. So a tram will run around a city and go slower, and train can go quite fast. And there might be a very fast train, or it can be them. So we've got a tram that's electrified and a little bit of that. So in Australia, we do have at least one of our states has got electrified trains that'll run around and take people from one spot to another. But some of the other ones use diesel. So that's the train version. I've sort of haven't quite remembered where all of these are. They get shuffled every time we play. So that's a ute. So it's got room for people to sit in the front. It could even be called a crew cab if you want to get specific, where you might have room for 5 people. And then there's space in the back for tools, or say hay bales, maybe a pallet of stuff as well. It was I'm not sure it's uniquely Australian, but the utes were designed for farmers to carry livestock around and then go into the city with the missus on Sunday. So it was to say you had 1 car rather than 2 separate cars. So there's a scooter and a bike as well, I think. No. Oh, well, that's a happy coincidence. I've got the car. That's our scooter. So it's not quite a motorbike, but it's powered by a motor, whether it's electric or a smaller petrol engine. Diesel scooters are a thing. All right. Helicopter and ship. I think that's no, well, that's fine. That's a helicopter. That's a bike. Airplane, I think airplane's around there. So I got these graphics from a website with a Creative Commons Zero license or public domain license. So I'll see if we can get these integrated in and add some more to it. So the focus on just doing the prototype was to get transport up. And so I've got the into the data set. I made this level 5 of 6, so it's a harder one, and then 6 of 6 for these ones now, which is a bit extra. Because so for 6 of 6, actually, and now that that's done, we can deselect it. So if I save it, and then we go out, just yeah, that'll do. Ordering letters. So A, B, C, D, E. All right, play something else. We've had enough of that one. And we'll go back out. I want to go back to words, back into picture, the word picture. And now, even though we're back on number 1, it's the first one of the data set we've selected. So if we know all those words in transport 1, we could leave transport 2 selected. And the idea I was looking to have would be to have a lot of data sets. That way people can go through different areas of, say, fitness, foods, animals, instruments, and a whole bunch of things. I'll see what I can get some things up to. So we've got something that looks like it could be bollard or barrier. Okay. And traffic lights as well. I'm getting a notification that YouTube's not receiving enough data and it's not showing in my little window here. I know that the internet is a bit busier than usual at the moment. So hopefully the final result is acceptable to people watching. And I'll check in again later. So a minibus is a smaller bus. So it might only carry 20, 25 people, where a normal bus can carry around about 60. So we've got a rocket, and I think, no, not exactly winning here. All right, let's go find a rocket. Start narrowing that down. So that's a barrier. Might be set up at a road to stop people driving through and to block people off and keep it safe. So that one with only 3 windows is a minibus. There's traffic lights. So that's those. And then there's a bus, which is there. We're seeing it from the front. We don't really know how big it is, but I'm trying to show 2 separate things. So, okay. So that's a yacht. It's a boat largely powered by wind power. There might be a little motor on the back of it. All right. And that's a fuel bowser. There's traffic lights. So I'll go red, yellow, and green for control traffic in an intersection. All right. Sorry, bear with me. I keep getting this warning. Okay. It's telling me that stream health is a bit poor and I should be sending out a lot more data than what I am. I'm hoping with the graphics not changing much rather than this compared to, say, a computer game with a lot of pixels moving, like, say, Minecraft or a first-person shooter. It shouldn't be too much of a problem for this, but apologies if it is. All right, so a fuel bowser and a rocket. All right, there we go. Traveling into space on the rocket. There's the fuel bowser and caravan. So that gets put onto the back of a car and people can live into it for a short period of time. So now we're back to the enumeration game because I copied all of those data sets and the rest of the data sets are still there. I didn't quite delete them. I was just going to keep the files there. But I'll be looking to push this in, well, speak with the developers about whether I've done an okay job. I might have done some like hot wiring or hacking and there might be a better way to do it. I'm a little unsure about the file permissions about where to put the SVGs in, but I pretty much took memory-enumerate and expanded on it, so it shouldn't be too bad. And that's the end of the demonstration. I'll have instructions in, I'll update. Sorry, I'll just have to make some notes over here. All right, so add some instructions to people how to download in the description. It's not quite ready yet, and I'll put it up when it is right to go. But the idea is that I'll be looking to make some customized software, make it available as open source as it's come to me under an open source license, and I'll look to build it and test it on a Raspberry Pi. So if you've got a Raspberry Pi, there's quite a few programs I'll be looking to go to that'll help expand vocabulary for beginners to expert and fluent. There's a few things that I'm looking to do onto the channel. So, and yeah, I just got an error message now saying viewers are experiencing buffering. Hopefully it's not too significant. So, anyone does want me to switch to any activities, let me know. I'll do a bit of money. All right, so I've got to pay for the item and I've got to put the appropriate amount of money up onto the top. So an orange, just $1. Pencil for 5. Egg cup, I think, for 6. It's only really one way to do this. I can't use the $2 coins to make it work. All right, yeah, there's only one way to do this as well. And $4. I give them, I've got to give them exact change. So the only way is 2 2s. And a 1 and a 2 for an orange. Hopefully it's not a real van, otherwise it's going to be in really poor condition. So 15, 16, 17, and 18, and 19. So for 27, I'll try and not carry a lot of money in my wallet afterwards. And let's get rid of the 1s as well. And the lamp for 45. All right, I will again get rid of the small notes. So I've got 30, 35, 40, 42, 44, and 45. All right, so $83. 50, 70, 80, not too much, and 83. Now it's getting a bit harder. Okay, 3 items. 1 and 9, 10, plus 4, 14. All right, I'm not going to worry too much about having just some notes in my pocket. I'm just going to get exact change no matter what it is. So 20, 22, 25. So I'm getting a little harder at the moment again. So 14, 22, 35. And still kicking it up a notch. All right, so 42 and 6 is 48. 13, so I'm going to take the 3, bring it up to 51. 61 with the 10. 81 and 86 with the truck. So 50, 70, 85, and 1. $75. So I think that's difficulties now. Just one item, but it's larger. So 50, 70, and yeah, let's pay with it all in cash. Don't worry about the coins. 122. Yeah, I'll use just a few items. And 471. So it might have an extended battery on it, or it might go a little bit faster. But seriously, I have some thought to an electric bike. 4071, 471, 743 for a lamp. It's got to be an antique or something. But, well, if that's the price and it's not my money. 200, 400, 600, 700, and 20, 30, 40. Okay, so I should be able to get these added up. 23 and 67, which brings it up to 30 and 60, so $90. And now it's getting a bit harder. I need to grab a pen or switch to a different activity soon. But anyway, 166, 174, 214 is what I'm going to go with. 214. Okay. 186, 194, 244, 444, 454, 460. Okay. Hopefully this is like a model car. Anyway, it's all right. I won't worry too much about whatever the items are. We've got 3 things in front of us. 4 things, sorry. Need buying. I'm just going to declare that as $200 at the moment. So 330, 455, 455, 696, 693 after we take away the 3, 693. That's what I'm going with. So 693. And no, that's pretty much okay. So the data set up to 1,000 units. No, I'm happy with that. And that's all right. There are some names. Yeah, I'll have to go with the sliding block puzzle for a little bit. I remember the levels. They take a while to get hard, but they certainly get too much for me. So, yeah, it gets very, very packed. All right, so back to the first level. I'll just rip through it. Yeah, no, still onto level 2. See what? No, I don't really have a data set this time. can just change what images are there. Okay, I think, yep, that'll do it. Got to move those forward, and does it work in, no, it doesn't work in fractions. Got to either move that whole square or not. Okay. Well, this is going to be a bit more challenging. Okay, I'll grab that. I can back those out. And I don't know who parked two semis up the top there, but they are doing quite well. Okay, might have been a few extra moves there, but I'll be right. Move it back, and then I can drag this one the whole way through. Actually, that's something else I can do behind the scenes. Just going to open up something behind the scenes and all right, just remember there's a game made by KDE and it could be relevant to something that I produced. There we go. Okay. So I'm doing a bit of installing of software on behind the scenes. Okay, this is interesting. Let's, oh no, it's not as hard as I thought. So, let me get that car back first and then, yep, semi, then I can still get it through. All right, so it looks like the software's installed. And sorry if this ends up ending stream early, but we'll see. All right, I'll swap games for a bit. This is K Naval Battle. And I'm placing my ships on the left side. I'll spread them around a little bit. I recently did a story of your diary where I played a game of Battleship. And there we go. I've got a hit. Oh, they've got a hit too. So I've just sunk. Not sure what that is. I'll go with that's a patrol boat, that's a frigate, that's a cruiser, and then there's a carrier. Maybe it's a battleship. So, something like carrier. Not really a fan of this with the single square item because you've got to hit everything. But now I'm in the position the writer was in. I've sunk their patrol boat, so I've now got a 2 and a 4 square item to go. So put something there and there. All right, so I've only got something 4 squares to go. Let's try that. There we go. And if it's 4 squares, it can't be here. It's got to be one way or another. I'll bracket it. Oh, that's not good. Oh. And I've got it. I think I got in by the skin of my teeth. Because, oh no, they still had to find a patrol boat. All right, well, I'll go back from that little diversion, but I am happy to change and do whatever else on the stream. There's office hours if someone drops in and calls it. I'm going to try and be here an hour. But yeah, I'm not so sure exactly how much time I'll have. Okay. So the truck through. Let's push those across. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that truck down the bottom. So okay, so get that truck down the bottom, just get the blue car out of the way, and it's all sweet. There we go. Yep, that'll do it. Extra level of difficulty here now. There's a lot of things blocked up there. Let's try and free some stuff out. All right, I'll set myself a challenge to try and get the next, finish off the 5 of 5. All right. That's narrowing things down a bit. I can't really do anything. All right, let's get those out of the way and then clear roads ahead. There we go. That was a bit easier than I thought. Okay, I'll try and understand Aware, which is a game I've tried learning before, but never really came across it. So the game starts with 4 seeds in each house. The objective of the game is to capture more seeds than one's opponent. Since the game has only 48 seeds, capturing 25 is sufficient. And since there's an even number of seeds, it's possible the game to end in a draw where each player has captured 24. players take turns moving the seeds. On a turn, a player chooses one of the 6 houses under their control and removes all the seeds from that house and then distributes them, dropping 1 in each house counterclockwise from the house. So it moves against the clock hand. So, yep, okay. This process is called sowing. Seeds are not distributed into the end scoring houses, nor into the house drawn from. The starting house is always left empty. If it contains 12 or more seeds, it's skipped, and the 12th seed is placed in the next house. Capturing occurs only when a player brings the count of an opponent's house to exactly 2 or 3, with the final seed he sowed in that turn. This always captures the seeds in the corresponding house and possibly more. If the previous to last seed also brought an opponent's house to 2 or 3, these are captured as well, and so on until a house is reached which doesn't contain 2 or 3 seeds or doesn't belong to the opponent. The captured seeds are placed in the player's scoring house. However, if a move would capture all of the opponent's seeds, the capture is forfeited since it would prevent the opponent from continuing the game, and the seeds are instead left on the board. If an opponent's houses are all empty, the current player must make the move that gives the opponent seeds. If no such move is possible, the current player captures all seeds in their own territory, ending the game. Okay, not sure what happened there. Right, so I think I'm up the top. Tux is in the bottom. So if I read that right, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'll go to 6. So the question is, can I drop that single one? Okay. If I read that right, Tux may have captured those. Tux should have captured that one. I still don't quite get it. And I don't know why this one didn't capture. Capturing occurs when a player brings the count of an opponent's house to exactly 2 or 3 with the final seed sowed that turn. All right. All right, so I want to... All right, let's spread them around. Okay, so they're pretty much all going around in a circle. So 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So nothing I've got can really do it. All right, let's just make a move. should be able to queue up this one with 5. And then I've now got 2 or 3 in this one. And then, yeah, Tuck should have captured those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's 2 in here. And I've captured those. Okay. I think I've got this game. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that gives me another 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a defensive move, I hope. And then I think Tux is going to get 1. Yep. Tux is going to get 3. All right. That's one way I can get some more points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think I doubled up. Got 4. Okay. Yep. Oh, that depending. Oh, this could be really bad. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it's on the last. No, no, that just stacks. So that should be a nice 2. I'll leave that one there, the 3. So curse that way. It's going to be hard for it to get above. That'll get me. Oh, that won't be the last one. Should have gone that one. All right. No, that's okay. 1, 2, 3. Move it across, and then nice move, Tux. Nice. All right. So I'll creeping. Put a few more into like a bit of a creeping barrage. Yeah, that extra one's gone through it. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it now. Yeah, I can't quite think that many moves ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off we go. I think victory is in sight. 25 and yep, winner. Okay. No, I've the first time I played this. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So one of the things I touched on before as well is similar to how enumerate was there and uh, memory game enumerate was there, and then this one was there. I thought of doing something as an introduction to chess. So let's use good old ladder mate over here and block the king into the corner, and that way I could see about putting up like a dialogue and then going through different scenarios where you had a whole bunch of pawns, because in this the computer plays the engine. It's it's not doing anything special, it's just playing the game as normal, but the board's set up at a position where if you don't do things right, um, you will the AI will figure out checkmate fairly quickly. And yeah, I've already lost the initiative here. Things are not looking good for me. And I'm not going to give up just yet. Well, probably should give up now. Yeah. And there's even some setups where you have more pieces than you would have on the normal board. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 queens, 2 bishops. Well, I guess theoretically you could have this with a lot of pawns promoted, and they've promoted lots of rooks. So, like, you can, I think you've got to put black into check. I'm not exactly, sure how to do this. Oh, yeah, things definitely aren't looking good for me. That gives me something where I get to keep them in check. All right. Yes, yep. It's a pretty decent fight going on here. Let's work. I'm working better than I thought. All right, bring the bishop out and I'll definitely take the queen. All right. So all I have to do is not stalemate. And I'm going to take the wolf's way out for this one. I'm just going to do, there we go. The wolf's way is, I'm not, wasn't going to try and think it. I was just going to, might have been able to have checkmate in 2 moves, even if I used 5. I was not going to unexpectedly stalemate. So I didn't